Can you be a millionaire right now by investing in real estate? That's probably one of the most common questions I hear in 2023. If you're thinking of investing in real estate, but you're not sure if right now is the right time, our guest on this masterclass, Thach Nguyen, has invested in real estate through 4 economic market cycles. And he breaks down how he's navigated to come out on top every single time. So you could take advantage of this episode, which is a live class with 100 other real estate investors who are actively looking for deals right now, by understanding the market cycle to take advantage of the real estate game and lessons from one of the best investors alive. If you've gotten any actual value from this podcast, please leave us a review. It helps us produce more content to help get you over the edge to financial freedom.
The DealMachine REI Podcast. Everything you need to know to get started in real estate investing.
There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, David.
Hello.
I was going to say, let's see, we got David, we've got Ryan. I can't remember if we have anybody else on the DealMachine team jumping on here, but Thach, have you talked to David much in the past? I can't remember if you guys have hung out.
We talked on the webinar we did with our Springboard student, I think a few months ago.
Yeah. I was trying to remember. That was a great time. You guys have such a good, just super engaged community. Like the chat's always blowing up with great questions. So I really enjoy my time speaking to your people.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, let's see. Welcome everybody. Welcome. All right, I'll keep trying to let people in as we go here. Let's see, for anyone who's new to this as well, I see a couple familiar names and faces. We got Paul jumping on here too, so awesome. Welcome everybody. Our general purpose of these, again, hey, we want to help build your business, help you really think through, hey, how can I grow and improve myself, and bring in world-class experts like Thach here today to be able to help you do that. If you're on this, you're allowed to invite other team members as well, so feel free to do that too. I'm in St. Louis, got snowed in a little bit, so I'm here from the home office for this one, but typically, we do them every Wednesday at this time. See quite a few new faces on here, so welcome everybody. That's awesome to see that. Feel free to jump in the chat, say where you're watching from, and then we have a networking sheet that slush. There you go, Matt. Not snow. It was snow this morning, and then I missed my window to get into the office. So fair. That's a good point, Patrick. There's the networking link. So if you want to jump into there, if you're wanting to meet each other, we've had people. Multiple people in this group do deals together after meeting each other on these Wednesday calls, and then jumping into the contact sharing sheet and connecting there. So use that to your advantage. Ryan, thanks for jumping ahead of me there too. The masterclass recordings, all of these, we have the previous ones in content.dealmachine.com. So feel free to use that. I know recently we've had on Trevor Mock, who was covering online marketing last week. That was phenomenal. RJ Pepino talked about working with cash buyers recently. David Richter talked about profit first. So we've had some really, really good people on recently. Thach today, I know I'm super excited. He's been on one time with us before, but he always brings the fire on his end for these. And then David Richter, Zach Booth is next week as well. So we'll be talking something driving for dollars related with him. But Thach, how we doing today, man?
Doing good, man. I'm excited, man. I share with you guys some insights from my experience of doing this now for over 32 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thach, I have a question to kick us off, if that's okay.
Let's get it.
I was looking at a video. You do a really good job on social media, including people that it seems like you're coaching with. You had was it like a 13-year-old kid kind of finish your statement? You were like, hey, is it better for me to give you $100,000 or for me to teach you how to make $100,000?
Right.
Is that an official coaching program that you offer for kids, or who was that?
No, actually, that's my little kid. Hudson,
that's your
right?
kid.
Yeah. So, it's interesting because, I have like over 2 million followers on TikTok, and I get a lot of teens that always ask, hey man, do you ever have any stuff that you teach teen? Because I see you teaching your boy Russell and Hudson about this finances stuff, right? And it's interesting because I never thought about it, but it might be something I might put together later. But yeah, I mean, you know, they don't teach it in school. We all know that, right? And I think as an opportunity as a parents, for all of us in this room, you guys are parents, or if you're not a parent, that man, you know, if I knew what I knew when I was 15 years old, like my kid, and 17-year-old, my kid, man, imagine how far all of us would be at, you guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. But this is why I'm a big believer as a parent right now, or if you're not a parent yet, we gotta make sure we understand this, we learn it, and we lead by example, right? Most parents right now I see, right, when their kid get to 17, 18, their kid ain't trying to be anywhere near them. Like, yo, man, don't stop telling me what to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the best way to actually to have your kid gravitate toward you versus them pushing you away is to be an example. If you just be an example and lead by example, they'll gravitate. So I had to learn it myself, you know what I mean? And so my kids always want to learn stuff, right? We're looking at this other flipper now where they're going to put some money up and they're going to learn how to do flips with me now, right? They're on wash and dry machine in apartment building I own. And we just finishing up another apartment building, and they already bought the wash and dry machine and it just got delivered to that building just recently. And so they get to collect the money every month on the machine, but they got to go and service it, right? They got to go collect money out of it. And if it breaks, they got to fix it, not me.
That's super smart. And what's your son's name that I saw in the video?
Hudson.
Hudson. Yeah. It seems like Hudson is seeing that you're leading by example and he wants to be learning from you.
Yeah. Well, I asked my two kids, what do you guys want to do? You know, when you got to get, you know, after you got out of college, both of them know they're not going to be doctor. They're not going to be a lawyer. They're not going to be a baseball player, right? They want to be entrepreneur. They know that already. They don't own their own business. They don't want to work for nobody. And they already said, I want to be in the real estate space like you, Dad.
So, wow, they want to be in the real estate space like you. Are you recommending that they actually go to college?
I am.
Why is that?
I tell them because, number one, when they graduate from college, they're 18, right? And my philosophy is that at 18-year-old, we're still dumb as a fucking rock, right? We haven't been exposed long enough. I think that they should go at 18 to go to college, more importantly, just so they have time to actually find their purpose, find themselves a little more, get a little more mature. And number two, I tell them to go to college because if you're going to do real estate with Dad later, I think that you should go to college and learn about more in depth about marketing, finances, business, economics, right? Learn that. And then more importantly, I don't really care what kind of grade you get, but I want you to, right? I want you to, just like in baseball, I want 100% effort to get good grade, but I'm not going to hold you to your results. So I want 100% effort to go out there and study, understand it, know it. But if you get B's, I'm not attached to it. On top of 100% effort on learning those things, I want you to go out there and network and meet a lot of people, because the networking is as important as getting grades, because sometimes even the network is even more important. So I already told them, you don't need to go to college to be successful, but I think that it gives you time to grow and find yourself a little more. And if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you probably want to learn that, right? And then you come back and then Daddy and Mommy will apply more stuff to you guys, and you're going to pick it up much faster. You're going to be more rounded. And again, I tell them, I don't really care if you get B's, C's, but I do want you to strive for A's in school, just like baseball. I don't really care if you guys get, you're not the top 5 hitter. Strive to be the top 5 hitter, and wherever you land, you land. And but I want them to have time to grow, mature, and learn some stuff about business, and then go network in college.
Very interesting. I love hearing your perspective on that. When is Hudson going to college? How old is he?
Hudson's a freshman in high school, and his older brother Russell is a junior right now.
Got it.
Yep. Yeah.
So
I'm not like those parents like, you got to go to college. If you don't go to college, you're going to be fucking nobody. You know what I mean? Right. And I think, there's probably a very small amount of people out there that's going to go to college for be a doctor, a lawyer, you know what I mean? A surgeon, right? All that kind of stuff. But majority of them, shit, they don't know what the fuck they want to do in college. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, that was a great answer. That was inspiring. I mean, I think and I love the mindset of process over results, like you're saying there too. So appreciate you starting off the whole session with fire on this too. But before we jump in, I know today the topic today is how to get rich during the 2023 recession. Thach is going to be talking all about that. Before we jump into that, I always love to start off this with just good vibes and sharing wins with the group. Does anybody have any big wins recently from the past, week or couple weeks? Can be personal, can be professional. If you landed a deal or you're working on one, you made a new hire, a new partnership. Gene, awesome. Yeah. Well, appreciate you stepping up, man. Always good seeing you.
Thach, always got to step up. My man Thach is here. What's up, baby?
What up, baby?
Yeah. So we call it a miracle alert. So I want to celebrate a win that I got a lead from DealMachine from a foreclosure. She called me off a postcard. She said, "Hey, I got your postcard. My daughter passed away. I inherited the property and I want to sell one of the two. So I have an appointment with her next Tuesday."
Bravo.
That's amazing, man. Did you get that from a foreclosure list or did you find it run down and then add it?
Yeah, this was driving for dollar. It was distressed. I added to the DealMachine, a drip system, 21-day drip system. And she called me off of that, the postcard.
Love it, man. Keep it up.
Love it.
Thank you.
Good seeing you. And great group that you pulled together the other weekend too. I enjoyed speaking.
Yes, thank you, Matt. That was amazing. Thank you for doing that for us.
Gene, how are you feeling knowing that appointment's coming up? Are you cool as a cucumber or are you, Yep.
I'm excited. I'm ready to take it down.
Good.
So she had another property and I was like, oh, two. It's like, I think we're going to fix that and live in it. Her number though, she's calling from Culpeper, Virginia. So I'm just going to try to talk to her and find out. The first property looks like she didn't think that there was even room to fix it. She said, well, my mortgage is 109. I even got the mortgage detail. And she's like, oh, I'll have to fix it and list it for 150,000. And so I used that script like, hey, the good thing of working with us as an investor, we'll buy as is. So So I think we'll have a discussion about the second property as well. But definitely, I think the first one is in.
That's awesome. Hey, Gene, man. Tell those guys, man, how many houses you bought, man, in the last 3 months, man?
I bought 4 in the last 3 months. Last year, I bought 7 rentals.
That's awesome, bro.
There we go. Keep it rolling. Trey, do you want to go ahead too? I saw you had your hand raised.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Win for me. So I'm very new to wholesaling, but I got my second closing supposed to be happening next week. And I should get a spread of probably about 18 grand. So this is awesome for me, trying to get started. And I stumbled upon a possible lead. There's like a corporation out of Chicago, and I'm down here in Alabama. It's a corporation out of Chicago that owns a list of group homes here. And I think they just shut down business like a month or two ago. So their properties are vacant. So I'm trying to figure out how to buy those. But it was a win just to even stumble upon that. So
that's huge. Keep it up. Yeah, did the first deal, now here's the second deal. That's some exciting momentum, man.
Trey,
Yes,
how did you decide that you were going to make 18,000 on this deal? I'm just curious how you walked through where you locked the deal up.
Yeah, so the deal is funny because it's in my neighborhood. This will be my second deal. Both deals are in my neighborhood. And just walking through trying to do the traditional, okay, well, what's 70% of ARV minus what the repairs would be. And I found myself the ARV, I think on this property is around 240, 235. I was able to lock it up at 92 grand and, listed at 115. And so we landed at 110 for a buy there. So, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I'm just kind of walking through those numbers that way.
That seems like a great outcome. Now, Thach, do you use the 70% rule like that when you're figuring a deal out?
Oh yeah, obviously, man. That's all. I only buy property if I'm gonna keep a deal. I always gotta have 30% margin in my deal after purchase and rehab. And if we don't meet the 30% rule and two other rules that I have as my standard, then I just will either flip it or I will just wholesale the deal.
Yeah. I think you touched on that last session with us too. So make sure it's like content.dealmachine.com, that library. Check out Thach's last session. It was really, really good too. So great stuff, Trey. Jose, you want to go ahead too?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Can you hear me?
Breaking up a little bit, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I just wanted to share that we got it.
Your mic might be yeah, the mic's kind of like, I don't know, does he sound like a robot to you guys?
Yeah.
He does a little bit. If you can't switch the mics, I think if you say it, we'll be able to repeat back what you said. I think we'll be able to get the gist. Open up your podcast app right now and leave us a review and let us know what you thought of this episode. It means so much because the reviews help us get in front of more people. And the more people we can get in front of, the more we can help them achieve financial freedom. And we also get more energy to put more content out like this to help you. So by leaving us a review, it will give you more content to come to help you along on your journey. Thank you so much.
Hopefully.
Well, in the meantime, I got a joke. So what's so great about Switzerland?
What?
I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
Oh boy. You have a big win too, David. With the
yeah, I do have a huge win. One of our top DealMachine members, Ryan Haywood, since 2019, he is about to do his 400th deal. And I'm super honored that he agreed to be a podcast host with me. And we've recorded 3 episodes of our podcast. And the first one came out today. I'm very excited to see it actually on Spotify and iTunes. And that was a really amazing feeling. And I'm super thankful that he's willing to put in some time and do some episodes and co-host the podcast together. And it's geared towards people who are just starting in real estate. Might be too beginner for this group, but I'm very, very excited. If you know somebody who's just getting into it, would definitely love to share it with them. And I think that it would be a great thing to share with somebody.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I think it turned out really well, man. And
Thank
Brian,
you.
if you can find a link to that, that would be awesome. If anyone's, David won't say it, but if anyone's open to leaving a rating or review, then that always helps too. But all right, Jose, can you hear us yet? I can't tell if we. Well, whenever he does get that mic back, we'll let him jump in at some point. But awesome. Anybody else before we kick it to Thach too? All right. Well, Thach, really, really excited to have you back on, man. I know just a quick background on Thach. I mean, he's one of the most influential educators in the real estate space today. Been doing this for over, you said 32 years now, right? Yeah, 32 years. Been through a couple of these, market cycles. So I think he knows what he's talking about a little bit here. Yeah, there you go. He has a portfolio, 6 figures a month of net passive income. He reaches millions online with his social media. He's got Springboard to Wealth, which I've loved getting involved with that community. And, we have a few members, like I think Gene and a couple others possibly on here too that are involved there. So he's got quite a few things going on. Again, today he's going to really be talking about, the playbook of what to be doing right now and, for 2023. So Thach, do you want to maybe start things off and maybe tell just it doesn't have to be too crazy, but a little bit more about yourself, and then you can jump right into it, man.
Yep, for sure. And that, Matt, I just email you something that maybe later on I will get further down this, and maybe I have you share that thing that I emailed you. I think it will really give people a real good idea on this on this talk.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, for some of you guys who don't know me, I started real estate in 1991 as a realtor. So that's like 33 years ago. I'm 52 years old. And I've been in this game for a long time. I started as a realtor. And I became quickly, within probably 6-7 years, became a top agent. Myself, my wife, and one assistant, I was selling like probably 15, 16, 20 homes a month, mostly listing though. I was a listing agent. I knew how to go out there and get seller. And how I got all my seller, what you guys can appreciate, is I used to door knock every day, Andrew, 100 doors a day, 5 days a week for 10 years straight. Today, I still door knock today. I still cold call. I still door knock. I still send flyers, right? Right now, myself and my team, Loren, we're working on trying to update on lists and everything. And then we're about to plug in on some new thing we're doing with Matt and DealMachine right now and trying to get some deals this year. But I still do that. And so what happened was I was selling a lot of real estate, and I met a mentor, and he said that, do you want to be rich? Sell a lot of real estate. But you want to be wealthy, take the money you make from real estate and buy rental and keep them. Don't sell them, keep them. Because wealth is about trading your money for time. Rich is about trading your money for your time for money. So you own, as you get older, you want to actually have time to go do things that you really want to do in your life. And so as you get older, right, make sure you own a lot of asset and it create a lot of passive income. So I got motivated, guys, and started selling a lot of real estate so I can have money so I can actually buy real estate, okay, to keep. Now, for some of you guys don't know also, my family, we evacuated from Vietnam in 1975. I was only 5 years old. We landed in the United States in 1975. We had one suitcase and $100 for 8 of us. We lived in a homeless shelter. Then we lived with some sponsorship family. So I literally started from zero, okay? When I got into real estate as an agent, I was 21 years old, 1991. And I just went out there every day and I was door knocking to get listings so I can make commissions. And I started making commission. Then my mentor said, start buying rentals. I bought my first rental in 1997. I still own it today. I bought it for $105,000. I put 5% down. Right? You guys can do the math on that. It's free and clear today. It's worth $750,000. I'm in the process of now getting a permit for the backyard where I'm going to put a ADU in the backyard. And in Seattle, it's the only city in the only state where you can put an ADU on a single family lot and they allow you to condomize it into 2 separate property. And we can sell them separately, which make the value just blow up. This property, when I'm done, it'll be worth over like $1 million on this property. And I have like hundreds of these properties around Seattle. The upzoning got changed and I own hundreds of these property. And I'm putting ADUs in all my property in the backyard right now. Every one of them I can. It's crazy, bro. I bought it for $110,000. It's worth $750 today. When I get done with the ADU, it cost me $300,000 to build it, but the ADU is worth $700 by itself. So you add another $700,000 to the $700,000 already. It's like $1.4 million worth of real estate off of 5% down when I bought it for $110,000. That's what's so crazy about it. Okay. Yeah, Trey. Bam. Okay. So fast forward. Okay. I started investing in real estate. I started buying more houses. Every time I made enough commission check, I bought another house. Every time I made enough commission check, I bought another house. And so today, I still am a realtor. I have a team that does real estate. I buy houses. I rehab them. I put ADUs in the backyard in Seattle. Most of them, pretty much 8 out of 10 of them, I keep as rental. Some of them don't meet the standard. I sell them, fix them, I sell them. I built multifamily. I buy the raw dirt. I build townhouses on them. Majority of them I built and keep as rental. Some of them I just sell them. And I also built apartment buildings. I'm about to get done with a 35-unit apartment building. And I just got done with a 100-unit apartment building just recently. And that's all leased up now. And so today I pretty much, you know what I mean, does everything from single family all the way to commercial buildings. Now, for some of you that's probably wondering, when I started real estate, I had no money. I just made a lot of money from selling real estate. And I basically just bought real estate. Today, you guys, I'm not saying this to impress you guys. I'm telling you, if this Vietnamese guy from Vietnam came with nothing, today I have over $100 million worth of real estate. I don't tell everybody that on social media, but I'm telling you that because I want to inspire you guys today. I have over 100 million out in real estate. And I already calculated the trajectory. Okay. By 2041, I will have $1.6 billion worth of real estate.
Thanks for listening to the DealMachine Real Estate Investing Podcast. Please leave us a review and follow along wherever you're listening to your podcast.